Okay, so excellent. Yeah, that is going to be really good, and we're going to continue to talk about that. All right, so let's talk about recruiting
Yep.
a little bit. Now, I mentioned last week we had a recruiting event. We call it the Millionaire Agent Masterclass, and we had 30, I think, 3 people show up to that, Jay, to that meeting, and it was the room that I had was full, only hold 40. So I got my staff in there as well, so it was jammed. And we started at 10 and we ended at 4. I had a panel. Ike Reichard was one of my guest speakers. I went right at the real estate agents and why they should be a part of our real estate brokerage. When it was all said and done, I gave out the awards like we talked about. When it was said and done, had 23 of those 33 hand in a form. Now, some of those people are really good for being an outside sales agent. And some of them are really, really right up there, high level, business oriented real estate agents that would make great team leaders. So that's who we like to meet with. So we narrow it down and try to, with some quick research, invite them back to a follow-up meeting, which is another group session. So I'm not doing personally any one-on-one meetings or recruiting. I just do groups. I've got people here that do the one-on-ones. But that's sort of how the recruiting system is taking place. So, and I know you do these events quarterly.
I do. Yep. I do them quarterly, and yeah, and mine are slightly different, which I think is great. I do a little bit more of the less recruiting pitch. It's more about information, value, marketing, all that stuff, and then it builds this organic need to want to join my brokerage if they want to learn more about and get their business to run like this one.
Yes. Yep. So I like those. So it starts with, identifying, finding, targeting, and recruiting, the right people for your company. Most real estate companies, Jay, as you know, that exist out there in the world today, they're racing. It's a race to get every real estate agent that breathes and has a license. So if you're breathing, or do you breathe? Are you breathing? Okay, good. Pass that, check that box. Do you have a real estate license? Yes. Okay, well then we're the perfect brokerage for you.
We want you. Yeah.
That's how it works, man. And they can't say that it's not that way, because it is. And
no, it is that way. I think everybody's looking, either they don't care, or they're looking for the Tom Brady's out there. They're looking for the 7th round draft pick that they think that they can mold, and it's a unicorn. So I think you're right. I think being more specific and targeting the agents that fit your brokerage is extraordinarily important.
Yes, it is the most important thing. Because have you ever had a bad hire?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Yes. Nobody likes bad hires. That goes back to the beginning that we talked about with your core values. So when you're onboarding agents or recruiting real estate agents, I would never execute their real estate license to be a part of your real estate brokerage unless they fit with your values, your core value. That's the filter. So most real estate brokers, they don't even have core values, or they have them themselves internally in their mind, but they don't live their business through those. So they're not making decisions based on their values, especially when it comes to selecting people. And typically when you bring somebody on and it's a bad hire, there's a value alignment problem. It always goes back to that. Most of the